Despite their new look, the 1991 Los Angeles Lakers still had their championship pedigree. Magic was still running the point, and James Worthy was still filling the lane and leading the team in scoring on their way to a 58-win season. There were great moments along the way as Magic became the NBA's all-time assist leader.
Thank you, fans, for coming out every night and supporting me.
The Lakers cruised past their first two playoff opponents, but in the Western Conference Finals, they would run into Clyde Drexler's Portland Trail Blazers. The Blazers had the league's best record and were the defending conference champions.
Nobody's going to beat the Blazers. They were really the invincible team coming out of the box, and it was like sort of a wire-to-wire kind of thing. Sort of like everybody was fighting for second.
Portland was so good, and they had so much talent that they thought this was it, that there was no way the Lakers could beat them.
But as veterans of many a playoff war, the Lakers didn't share that opinion.
Even though the Portland had a better team on paper and in the standings, I think whenever the Lakers got into the Western playoffs, they felt they had a psychological edge.
The series would pit the West's most confident team against its most talented.
3-on-2, Drexler to Magic, and that is Portland's biggest lead.
We always felt we were in the game. Even if they were up 20 in the first half, we always felt that we could come back and beat them.
Johnson, baseball pass. Devos with a jam.
With Magic controlling the action, the Lakers frustrated Portland and took a 3-2 lead. And in the final moment of the 6th game, Magic would put his indelible stamp on the series.
The opponents never really knew what he had left in his tank because he had all these tricks, and he had a flair for doing things at the end of games.
Trailing by 1 with seconds remaining, the Blazers were 1 basket away from sending the series back to Portland for Game 7.
Drexler brings it to Porter. He shoots the one, and it's straight. It's no good. Magic's got it. Throws it down the floor. 1 second, and it goes out of bounds.
That's part of Magic. I mean, how many guys can you think of in a basketball game who know exactly how much time is left in the game and will throw the ball up and know that it's going to expire when it comes down? He was always in control of every aspect of the game.
Game's over. Listen to the Laker fans. The Lakers win it, ladies and gentlemen. And the Los Angeles Lakers are the Western Conference champions again.
I like to be in a tough situation because it makes you have to think. And only the men survive. And here we are again. It's fun.
We didn't go in and we didn't open up bottles of champagne and pour it all over each other. And we had Sam Perkins with us that year. And Sam came in hopping up and down, jumping around. And we all sit down. And Irvin the next day had to apologize to him. He said, Sam, we don't celebrate Western Conference championships here. You know, our goals are much bigger.
Meanwhile, back east, the Bulls were finally playing like a team as Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant were coming of age.
Offensive rebound, Horace Grant. Oh, mercy. Horace Grant was there.
And Michael was sharing the ball the way Jackson had always envisioned, while still continuing to provide material for the nightly highlight show.
Oh, please, let's see that again. 100 times.
Now Michael had only one last hurdle to clear before he could take on Magic.
And the Bulls go back to the Eastern Conference Finals for the 3rd year in a row.
For 3 consecutive years, the Detroit Pistons had ended Chicago's season by humbling the Bulls and punishing Jordan in the playoffs. They even created a defense called the Jordan Rules, set up to frustrate Michael.
95% of the plays are for Michael Jordan, and the other 5% end up in his hand anyway.
the harder Jordan played, the more he played into the Pistons' wily trap.
This team that just roadblocked Michael, knocked the dog out of Pippen, humbled Horace Grant. Isaiah virtually owned our guards. He was in their face, you know, outplaying them and out-talking them and out-shooting them.
1990 was the hardest of them all for Jordan to bear, as his Bulls fell apart in the 7th game.
It's over! The Pistons return to the NBA Finals for the 3rd straight time!
When we lost that game, I was very hurt, so I went on the back of the bus. I remember my father coming on the bus, and you know, I'm back yelling and screaming. He's doing all his best to try to calm me down and say, it's only a game, you'll be given another opportunity. And I'm saying, well, we've been given so many opportunities, we're not going to get as many as you may think. And I vowed from that point forward that, you know, we get put in this position again, we will get past Detroit and go into the finals.
And in the 1991 Eastern Conference Finals, Michael would finally get his chance to get even.
Switched off and was able to steal, leading to
Jordan and Chicago would show Detroit they were not the same old Bulls.
We've had success all season long. We seem to be, you know, bonding together and getting stronger. This is the chance to make them back down or shake our hands or gain some revenge.
Showcasing their unity, Jordan and the Bulls relentlessly attacked the Pistons in waves, and as a team, they humbled Detroit in a resounding 4-game sweep.
The Detroit Pistons heading back to the locker room. Their season has concluded, while the Chicago Bulls advance to the NBA championship round.
Looking back, I'm very happy that we went through those circumstances, because it taught us how to understand what winning was all about. And maybe I became more of a team leader at that time, you know, emotionally and by example.
It's been 7 years we've been trying to get to this point, and each year we've gotten closer and closer, and we just don't want to get complacent with getting past the Detroit Pistons. You know, we're in the finals. We may not ever get to this point again. Let's lay everything on the court, and hopefully we can have a world championship by the time the season's over with.